नमस्कार सिक्किम क्रोनिकलमा तपाईँलाई स्वागत छ र तपाईँलाई थाहा छ कि सिक्किममा वेन इट कम्स टु अन्टरप्रिनरसिप एउटा अहिले सिक्किममा अन्टरप्रिनरसिप इकोसिस्टम डेभलप भइरहेको छ। इनफ्याक्ट सिक्किममा विभिन्न सेक्टर्सको अन्टरप्रिनर्सहरूले अगाडि आएर सिक्किमको होलिस्टिक डेभलपमेन्टमा अदरवाइज इकोनोमिक डेभलपमेन्टमा उहाँले काम गरिरहनु भएको छ। इनफ्याक्ट आजको यो एन्टायर कन्भर्सेसन बाइलिङ्गुअल हुनेछ र इनफ्याक्ट किन यो आजको यो कन्भर्सेसन हामीले गरिरहेका छौँ भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ दे आर representatives from the Directorate of Higher Education, New Delhi, and of course from SCERT from New Delhi itself, and they have arrived in the state of Sikkim for the exposure visit. So it is completely related to entrepreneurship in the schools. So त्यो कारणले गर्दाखेरि आज हामी उहाँहरूसँग बात गर्नेछौँ, and we'll also try to know about the prime intention and motive about the exposure visit in the state of Sikkim. So first of all, welcome to the state of Sikkim, and yeah,
thank you.
Before we get on to the conversation, I want you to introduce yourself, and then we can get on with the conversation.
I'm Nirupama Abhyankar, Deputy Director Education, Directorate of Education, Delhi, and dealing with entrepreneurship mindset curriculum for students of classes 9 to 12th in schools.
Yeah, I am Dr. Rakesh Kumar Gupta, and I am a part of SCERT Delhi, and we are basically into this entrepreneurship mindset curriculum. We are creating this, and we have initiated it in SCERT.
Yeah. So first, a very simple point we really want to know: why Sikkim?
Sikkim, basically, first thing, under Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat, it is our twin state. Second, lot of interest has been developed in Northeast that when Sikkim is a main tourist destination for others. For us, I read about the seed cell on your website, and I was very curious to know about the entrepreneurship activities that are taking place in Sikkim. So we came here to understand the entrepreneurial activities in Sikkim. That was our main motive for coming to Sikkim.
The motive looks like, it's quite amazing because I've been in the session, I've understood about how the Delhi, actually is working to inculcate that entrepreneurship mindset amongst the student. And I love the term, the acronym EMC, which is an entrepreneur's mindset curriculum framework. So kindly highlight about that. What is it all about in brief?
Yeah. So basically, EMC stands for Entrepreneurship Mindset Curriculum. When you call EMC, so a smile comes in your face. So we want that a smile came on the faces of the students as well. So basically, the purpose of this curriculum is not creating only entrepreneurship or doing a business, but basically creating a mindset in which students can think of doing a job or doing a business, but with an entrepreneurial mindset and with the ability which entrepreneur should have. So basically what we understand that these traits or the qualities of entrepreneur we should have in our day-to-day life. That's why this curriculum was made.
I really want to stress, because during the session you said that you don't mandate student to become an entrepreneur, but you create that entrepreneurship mindset. So why is it so important at this point of time? Basically, you're going to schools for that, and highlight about which classes are you really focusing on, and then what is the mindset all about that you're inculcating? Yeah.
Entrepreneurship mindset curriculum is required because we want our students to be job providers and not job seekers. Till now, the mindset in the society is the only path to success is to land into a prime institute, getting a prime job. That is the success story for everyone. No, this is not success story. Entrepreneurial mindset tells us that there are other opportunities available as well. And if we really want our country to be a developed country, that kind of mindset is required to be inculcated into the students right from when they are into the school system, and not when they are 25 plus.
So let's talk about the curriculum, because the curriculum is quite different from the programs, and because as far as I know, the schools are already burdened with so many programs about health and other drug abuse and substance abuse. But apart from that, this has a what called curriculum. So which classes has to have this kind of a curriculum in the schools of Delhi?
Students from classes 9th to 12th, they are involved into this curriculum, and every day there is a 35-minute period devoted to this curriculum. And this is a curriculum which is not a subject-specific curriculum. These are actually timeless principles that are going to be with the child throughout his life. So these principles are going to help the child overcome some difficulties in other subjects as well.
Can you just highlight about the entire structure in brief? Because as far as I was in the session, I understood that you have a well-planned blueprint and the structure, so that even the people or the institutional heads who might be watching this, or the officials of the department who are watching this interview might be knowing about how does the structure really work with your EMC.
Yeah. So basically, entrepreneurship mindset curriculum has so many components. So there are basically 6 components. There are 4 components which we do inside the classroom, and there are 2 components which are outside the classroom. So in that inside the classroom, the component is basically a thematic unit in which we have covered a story of an entrepreneur, inspirational story of an entrepreneur, and the unit is focusing on a particular trait, for example, a collaboration or some innovative things like that. And the other is, we can say, the component which we do inside the classroom, that is mindfulness. So basically, the class started with the mindfulness activity, where student is able to focus on the class and he can ignore the other things going around him. So that's basically the one of the most important component of inside the classroom. And there is a student special activity in which a student is leading the class, and he is creating all the teams, and he's through this he's developing some you can say traits like leadership, communication, team building, etc. And if I highlighted the component of, say, outside the classroom, so there are 2 major components called business blaster, and another is basically career exploration. Under career exploration, students is basically taking the interviews of 10% every year, in which he was asked to take interview of 5 person who are doing jobs and 5 local entrepreneur around him. So during the period of 4 years, that is from 9 to 12th, he is basically taking the interviews of 40 people of such type, and he is basically exploring so much careers, and finally he is able to decide what he actually wanted to do in his life. That's basically the purpose of this particular component. And the business blaster, basically it's a very popular program. You must have seen it's in the television also. So the 8 episode of this program was televised in the TV, the national televisions. It's basically a platform of, you can say, that program is called, I don't remember the name, it's Shark Tank. Yeah, it's Shark Tank. So basically the students are presenting their ideas to the real entrepreneur, and they were asking for some investment, and if the entrepreneurs are finding that program or the idea as well worthy, so they are investing then and there only. And students, basically what they do, they have created a team, and for this government has provided 2,000 rupees to student, and if they are presenting their ideas to a panel, if the panel find that idea is suitable to go ahead, so the students are getting money. They can create a team up to 10 students, so they can having investment of, say, 20,000 rupees, through which they can create a business. And we have just made an expo in which the top 100 plus ideas were basically showed in that particular expo, where the investors came and they have just asked the questions, have seen the ideas of the students, and they have given some investment to the students. So approximately 9 to 10 crore rupees our students are able to get that money from this. And we have also created an incubation center which is led by one of the Delhi University, the University of Delhi. So basically in which we have created that incubation center, where that all money will go, and the students can withdraw that money whenever they are in need of that. So basically that's the curriculum.
Yeah. I would really want to appreciate and congratulations because you guys have been doing marvelous tasks. I have just 2 more questions for you guys. Means whenever we talk about entrepreneurship, we always have the word in the back of the head, like we are here to solve problems, and also the crisis of unemployment. So why do you think it was so important for the Delhi government to actually introduce in the school? Why was it so important or so imperative? Yeah.
In Delhi, our Honorable Deputy CM and MOE, he is a visionary, the way I said. Not only he believes that if you want to create any change in the society, it has to be done at school level itself. So it is not only the entrepreneurial mindset curriculum, that is an initiative going on in Delhi schools. We have happiness curriculum, we have Deshbhakti curriculum, we have Desh Ke Mentors program. So EMC is one such initiative of Delhi government. It is not the only initiative that is happening in Delhi. So whatever changes are being created in the Delhi education system, it is going to be a Delhi education model for the whole country. This is what I believe.
Mm-hmm. So, in fact, this is the last question for you. Like, you had an interaction with the representatives of the SEED cell, that is Sikkim Entrepreneurs and Economic Development Cell in the state of Sikkim, which is actually right now, working to develop an entrepreneur ecosystem in the state of Sikkim. So, you had a session with them. What was it all about? What is the prime intention? And how would you like to conclude after the session? Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, we have read about the seed on the website. So when we are planning our visit to Sikkim, so we explored about that seed cell. So we tried and finally got the chance to interact with the seed team. They welcomed us and they told about the seed, what they are doing in the state. So what actually we are doing in Delhi for that entrepreneurship. So the Sikkim state is also planning in that same way. So I think if we can be associated in some way, so that will be wonderful for the both of the states. We can learn so many aspects of entrepreneurship from Sikkim, and also the Sikkim state can also replicate some of the aspect which we are doing in Delhi in the state of Sikkim. So that's mutual things for the both of the organizations and both of the states, and it will be a wonderful thing, and it's pleasant. It's basically a proud moment for me. I'm sitting in the seed office and interacting with the seed peoples, and it was a wonderful interaction. It was a wonderful things. We know many things about the seed cell and as well as about the Sikkim, what they are doing in entrepreneurship. So it's a wonderful thing, and especially the slogan, one family, one entrepreneurship. So I think we should also replicate that thing in Delhi also. But I think the population of Sikkim, and if we compare the population of Sikkim and Delhi, so it's a huge difference, but we can replicate that thing. Thank you.
I would like to add on to this. When I saw the presentation and I was reading the mission statement, I thought, oh my God, this is the same thing that we are thinking about. Same mission, same statement, same objective. The only way of doing may be a little different, but the mission and objective is the same. I was pleasantly surprised to see that we think alike. We think alike. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So the seed cell will really look forward to work with you guys in future as well. Thank you so much. So we'll get on to the representative of seed cell. We have Riwa Chetri, who is a very promising entrepreneur, and Mr. Diwakar Basnet as well. I want him to be in the frame. So Riwa's first of all, tell us what is your position in the seed cell, and let's talk about how has been the interaction with the representatives from Delhi. Yeah.
अहिले चाहिँ म सिड सेलमा प्रोजेक्ट डाइरेक्टरको रेस्पोन्सिबिलिटी निभाइरहेको छु र हामीले सिक्किममा पनि जुन चाहिँ अन्टरप्रेन्योरसिप एउटा स्टुडेन्टदेखि स्कुलदेखि हुनुपर्छ, किनभने एउटा माइन्डसेट धेरै इम्पोर्टेन्ट हो। किनभने हामीले आजको दिनमा लिमिटेड एक्सपोजर होइन, सबैजनाले फर्स्टमा इन्जिनियरिङ, त्यहाँदेखि मेडिकल सोच्छ, त्यहाँदेखि मात्रै अरू सोच्छ नि होइन। सो हामीलाई चाहिँ के छ भन्दाखेरि अन्टरप्रेन्योरसिप पनि एउटा थट प्रोसेसमा आओस् होइन। सो एउटा अप्सन होस् होइन। अब हामीले चाहिँ चाहिरहेको छ कि कसरी चाहिँ अब एउटा स्टुडेन्टले एउटा अन्टरप्रेन्योर सोच्नु सक्छ। अब आज झन् हामीले जुन चाहिँ अब एससीआरटी र दिल्ली एजुकेसन डिपार्टमेन्टसँग एउटा इन्टरेक्सन गर्दाखेरि अब धेरैवटा कुरा पनि हामीले रियलाइज गर्यो। किनभने हामी त अन्टरप्रेन्योर, हामी जो पनि सिक्किममा इकोसिस्टम बिल्ड गरेको छ हामी अन्टरप्रेन्योर्सहरू हौँ, तर उहाँहरू एजुकेटर्स भएको कारणले गर्दाखेरि धेरैवटा कुराहरू बुझ्यो। एउटा चाहिँ कि मजाले हामीलाई छडङ्गी निस्क्यो भन्दाखेरि एउटा माइन्डसेट, एउटा अन्टरप्रेन्योर माइन्डसेट जुन चाहिँ अब दिल्लीमा अलरेडी उनीहरूले गरिरहेको छ क्लास 9 to 12 फर अल द स्टुडेन्ट्स होइन। अब हामीले पनि सिक्किममा पनि हामीले कसरी अब यो सेम कुराहरू होइन जुन चाहिँ एउटा अन्टरप्रेन्योर माइन्डसेट चाहिँ क्लास 9देखि नै हामीले इन्कल्केट गर्न सक्छौँ र एउटा स्टुडेन्टदेखि एउटा ब्रिड। अब हामीले एउटा अन्टरप्रेन्योर अब हामीले हिजो सोच्दै पनि थियौँ सिडमा पनि हामीले कसरी अब अलरेडी एउटा हामीले प्रपोजल हामी रेडी गरेको जहाँ चाहिँ हामीले स्कुलकोसँग एउटा स्कुल इङ्गेजमेन्ट, स्टुडेन्ट इङ्गेजमेन्ट प्रोग्राम हामीले स्टार्ट गरौँ भनेर सोचिरहेको, तर हाम्रोमा एउटा स्ट्रक्चर थिएन। सो आजको इन्टरेक्सनले त्यो स्ट्रक्चर हामीलाई देखाइदियो र हामीले कसरी मिलेर काम गर्न सक्छौँ र हामीले अब सिडले अब पोटेन्सियली हामीले एउटा एमओयू साइन गरेर फर्दर अब हामी कसरी जे पनि गर्छौँ होइन। हामीले एउटा हाम्रो सिडको टिममा हामी डिस्कस गर्नेछौँ र अब अर्को कुरा चाहिँ म के आजको मिटिङमा के एड गर्न चाहन्छु भन्दाखेरि अब जुन चाहिँ एउटा स्टुडेन्टलाई आजको दिनमा एउटा पोटेन्सियल पोटेन्सियल जुन चाहिँ आफ्नोमा छ होइन। अन्टरप्रेन्योर भनेपछि सबै लिडर हो नि त होइन, एउटा लिडरसिप स्किल पनि धेरै इम्पोर्टेन्ट छ नि। सो त्यो कारणले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ आजको मिटिङ धेरै फ्रुटफुल थियो र म एससीआरटी दिल्ली र हाई एजुकेसन डिपार्टमेन्ट यहाँ रिप्रेजेन्टेटिभ र एजुकेटर्सहरू आउनु भएको छ, उहाँहरूलाई धन्यवाद दिन चाहन्छु यो मिटिङको निम्ति र अब हामी अगाडि मिलेर काम गर्ने भन्ने हाम्रो इच्छा छ। थ्याङ्क यू।
सो वी हेभ मिस्टर दिवाकर बस्ने चाहिँ तपाईँलाई यो क्वेसन कि यो बिन इन द सेसन होइन, उहाँहरूको जुन चाहिँ एउटा स्ट्रक्चर छ तपाईँ इएमसीको डिरेक्ट सम्पूर्ण करिकुलम तपाईँले हेरिसक्नु भएको छ। इनफ्याक्ट यु आर एन अन्टरप्रेन्योर एन्ड एन्टरप्रेन्योर, यु हेभ बिन वर्किङ इन द एजुकेसन सेक्टर फर क्वाइट लङ। सो कतिको भाइबल लाग्यो तपाईँलाई, अन्तखेरि यसलाई सिक्किममा एप्लाई गर्यो भने कस्तो हुनसक्छ?
First and foremost, I'd like to really thank the team from Delhi for giving us such an insightful session. अब हामीले हेर्दाखेरि चाहिँ के रहेछ भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ the wheel has already been invented and tried. The best thing for us is that it is already there, implement भइसकेको छ र अब यसलाई हामीले Delhi government-सँग मिलेर गर्न सक्ने रहेछ. And first and foremost, as Rivers also said, the entrepreneurial mindset is something that we really need to talk to parents, educators, जसलाई पनि, किनभने enterprise should not be the last option for the child. And that is what I think the session also highlighted. We are not looking at enterprise being the last resort after not getting too many opportunities in life. And class 9, I personally believe, is the best time where we could engage our students also to create that entrepreneurial mindset amongst themselves and also with their parents and guardians. And this is यो सेसन सिक्किममा इम्प्लिमेन्ट हुनु सक्छ त हैन, हुनै पर्छ. I think this is one session which has to be implemented in our schools, and thankfully the Delhi government has been very positive that with the seed cell they will be more than happy to help us and guide us in implementing this. And also one family one entrepreneurship जुन चाहिँ हाम्रो honorable CM को vision छ, this will only be fulfilled if we go to the grassroots and then we start talking to kids and training them on entrepreneurial mindset. So this looks like a very viable opportunity for Sikkim to learn from Delhi and also to explore possibilities for our future.
So Rivers, I just want to add up, this is the last question, like since the Chief Patriot of the Seed Cell, Chief Minister of Sikkim, so are you guys going to put this forward to the Chief Minister at the earliest about the entire development that happened today?
हामीले चाहिँ अलरेडी एउटा स्टुडेन्ट इङ्गेजमेन्ट प्रोग्राम गर्छौँ भनेर हामीलाई अनरेबल चिफ मिनिस्टरले एउटा भन्नुभएको छ कि तिमीहरूले गर्नु स्टुडेन्ट इङ्गेजमेन्ट भनेर. र आई थिङ्क यो मोडल चाहिँ एउटा पर्फेक्ट हुन्छ र आई थिङ्क अनरेबल चिफ मिनिस्टर वुड वान्ट टु टेक दिस फरवर्ड. र हामी यो इमिडिएटली भन्दा इमिडिएट हामीले यो प्रपोजल चाहिँ माथि अनरेबल चिफ मिनिस्टरमा पुऱ्याउँछौँ र आइएम स्योर देल बी अ भेरी पोजिटिभ, किनभने उहाँको इच्छा पनि यही छ. जसरी हाम्रो दिवाकर दाले भन्नुभयो कि वान फ्यामिली वान अन्टरप्रिनर चाहिँ आई थिङ्क द फाउन्डेसन चाहिँ स्कुलबाट हुनुपर्छ भन्ने जुन चाहिँ सोचाइ छ, आई थिङ्क द्याट विल बी अ रियालिटी सुन.
Thank you so much, thank you. So उहाँले भनिसक्नु भएको छ कि सिड सेल र जसरी SCERT र एजुकेसन डेलीसँग उहाँको जुन चाहिँ इन्टरेक्टिभ सेसन भयो रिगार्डिङ द काइन्ड अफ अ करिकुलम विच इज भेरी युनिक, विच इज अलरेडी हेभ बिन एप्लाइड इन द स्टेट अफ दिल्ली र इनफ्याक्ट द युटी अफ दिल्ली, र अब त्यो सम्पूर्ण हामीले सिक्किममा रेप्लिकेट गर्न सक्यो भने इट्स गन क्रिएट अ भेरी भाइब्रेन्ट अन्टरप्रिनरसिप इकोसिस्टम इन द स्टेट अफ सिक्किम भन्ने कुरा बुझेको छ. इनफ्याक्ट कङ्ग्रेचुलेसन्स वान्स अगेन टु यु गाइज. सो अन्य न्युज इन्फर्मेसन रिपोर्टको निम्ति सिक्किम क्रोनिकल फलो गर्दै गर्नु होला.